I'm gonna feed this around to the other hand, okay? If it's all crunched up, and you just throw it up here, you're not actually gonna get the best grip. Ideally, it's not always gonna be possible, but ideally, sometimes you can do this pretty easy. When you grab it, I'll grab it up here, and as I'm pulling it down, I'll flip it over. And then I keep it smooth, flat here, like I just ironed it. Okay, this works really well when I come up here, it makes it a little bit longer, and I get a nice grip. I can get it, if it's all like bunched up and twisted, it's like a thick grip. So this is gonna be a little bit thinner, and you get a nice handle here. Okay, this is gonna be a really good grip to do different chokes. It's gonna be good to do different passes. When we do the chokes, we can do them from the top, we can do them from the bottom, we can do a lot of different things with it. So right now, we're just gonna start with the very basics. I'm pulling this up, feeding it. Okay, I'm staying tight. I'm gonna have a lot of different options. The first one I'm gonna go for is very easy. I'm just gonna come up to knee on belly. Okay, he doesn't like the knee on belly. He starts pushing off a little bit. I'm just gonna slide right through here. Okay, I'm just gonna grab it. And I really wanna choke up on it as much as possible. Okay, my elbows are gonna come together. And I'm gonna just twist. Again, you guys gotta remember, like we talked about last week, where's the choking point? Okay, it's not here. I'm not doing this. That would be an air choke, wind choke. I'm not trying to take his wind away. I'm cutting off the blood. Okay, so I have to make the pressure coming at this angle. If you see the veins going down his neck, that's what we're aiming for. You can also do this one without the gi. It's one of my favorite chokes. Same exact thing. I would come here, clap the hands together, and I'll go this way with it. Okay, it's not quite as tight as it will be this way. Right, so the initial reaction, digging that in there, make him come here. Now I have this, okay? Once I have here, I have other options, depending on what I want to do and depending on, how he's moving. If he does not shrimp out, maybe I'm not gonna get it, okay? Like I said, sometimes you can go backwards. But let's really take the time. He's not moving. I can take the time, really take out that slack. I'm walking my hands up. All right, now, if he's still not tapping, because I'm squeezing, I don't quite have the right angle, maybe, Jim, maybe you can lift up that elbow because you feel like, oh, you're not tapping, you keep doing this. It turns into more of a neck crank. Okay, instead of that, I want to make it a smooth choke. So let's go backwards a little bit, and I'm going to pull him onto his side. Okay, look what I did. I'm not only pulling him, so if I just pull him, this is going to pop out. I want to get this, so I have this. All right, so I'm pulling here, but I'm dropping at the same time. Look where my head's going. It's going really tight, so it doesn't give him space to move forward, doesn't let him go backwards because I have a good grip here. And a little slack, so this hand comes in. All right, I do not have to wait for him to push. I can just do it on my own. I just like to sometimes throw in a common reaction that he's going to do rather than just showing a move. His reaction is going to be bump and shrimp. But he bumps, he shrimps, I trap. Okay, my elbow's already coming in. I'm turned in the corner. I'm going to bring this knee down all the way to the other side. Okay, by the time my knee touches the ground, he should have already been tapped or asleep. Sliding through. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, drop that hip. And then you can stay low on him so you keep the pressure. This comes over. Maybe I got to move my butt. And then really I want my head to end up on this side. So I switch my shoulder to this side. And you can finish it in the air, or you can step over here. So that's going to be sort of personal preference depending on how you like to do it. That's the regular baseball bat. You guys did it. And we have, starting to work towards the Bravo. Same thing. Different grip, same exact motion though. Coming around, dropping my head. I don't drop my head here. Start exhaving, Randy. All right, you see how his hips are coming around? Go back. Look at his hips. His butt's coming towards me. Yeah. Right, and now he's out. So that's why I said to put the head here. Now if he tries to do that,
Right. So the head
he
has
can't go.
And if he rolls away, he's getting choked. Even
Yeah,
worse.
exactly.
Right.
This one's here, this one's here. My hands connect like this behind his neck. You can do this one intentionally if I had the grip, or if he was going around me if I had the grip. Okay, but basically, I'm gonna bring one leg around. I'm coming this way, and now I'm gonna do the same thing from underneath. But again, if I stay here, this is where I'm gonna get in trouble. You have to try to bring your head under to the other side. that's where it's gonna start getting tighter.
Uh,
But I should still be able to finish it once, if I have this locked into the right spot. Come around. And sometimes what's gonna happen, they try to fight it, and then right from here, I'm just gonna stiff arm and I'm gonna roll to my stomach here. So even if he fights it by picking the head up, okay, so that would be another option. Either I'm fighting him, and I'm not gonna just go for it, because now he realizes I'm going for it. The way I do it, I'm gonna let him think he's passing, but I'm gonna make it impossible for him to pass on this side. See how I put my foot in his hip? I'm making it so he can't go that way. Look, he's coming this way, and now I'm just going with it. All right, so right there, I'm gonna get it. If he come back, if he's really strong and he postures up, and I can't twist anymore, this is where I'll belly down and straighten my arms. Well, he's falling over, that's fine too. Now I'm right back to the top ones. For this, you know, I don't just go here. A lot of times, one of the defenses, what he's gonna do, he's gonna pop up and he comes around. Now,
nice.
this is the time to do it.
Sweet.
It's not the only way to do it, but that's the
It's
time
happened before
when I go
with
for
that
it.
grip.
He pops his head up, I'm already spinning.
Oh, wow.
Alternately here, another way that sometimes I would do it, especially if
Slick.
this arm was up in the air. Pick this arm up in the air. So I'll sometimes start to come around this way, so lock him in place. If I feel like he's trying to spin, I'll sometimes lock it up here. Okay. If you feel like you can't control him, sometimes they're really fast and they keep spinning.
Yeah.
So that'd be one other thing you can try sometimes. If you're doing a proper choke, you probably won't need it, but if you find a guy circling and you're flexible, sometimes that'll work. But anyway, so we're starting from the follow through. He ducks under, boom.
That's
It's
slick.
already here, okay? And as he's ducking, if this is tight, like I can't just grab it. But watch what happens as he's ducking. Look how loose this is. It's super easy to just slide right in. As that's happening now, he's ducking his head up. Here's not what's happening at this
It's
point.
done.
I'm in here. If he keeps spinning, okay, and I can't get a hold of him, you know, this is where maybe he's gonna start getting out. But I'll give him a quick bump, and then I'll start coming up this way to lock him in place a little bit. You can almost do like a knee on belly from the bottom and put this here. And it's not gonna be the perfect choke like we had before, but you don't want to end up in a bad spot. So if you can't get it and he keeps turning, I wouldn't go for this automatically. Go for the regular one, but if you find that you can't get it and he's moving, it's something to kind of slow him down a little bit. I started with cross choke, he ducked under. Now I'm going for this. He's blocking it by spinning. Okay, so I can't quite get it, but look at what I did with my knee. I left my knee in here like before we were spinning, kicking this over. Maybe I can't get it, but I have the arm here instead. You're gonna have some options. I might be able to, I would not just push him here because it can start sliding out. I can hold, if I have a good grip on one, sometimes you can hold on this one to lock it in place, roll them over, look for the finish here. Over here, I have the baseball bat grip. I'm coming around. He's beating me. I can't quite get that. My knee's a little bit low right now. If my knee is low, I'm gonna give him a little, maybe a push. So he pushes back in. I'll turn that into a bump. That gives me the space. Now it brings him closer, my legs closer to the arm, because I brought him closer to me. Okay, now if I'm going for that, keep it tight right here. I could possibly still get the choke here, or maybe I let go, hold this one arm, slide down to the other arm. This is gonna keep him from pulling out. Otherwise, I could switch this way, keep the grip here. Okay, again, depends how you want to do it. If I don't feel comfortable, like there's not enough to grab, not enough real estate here, I can always grab my own gi a little bit lower, lock it in place here. And then if he tries to pull it out, I can still hang on to it. You can finish here. You can go this way. This would be a better angle. So if I have this, from this point, I'm gonna look towards his head, or what I like to do from here is come under this way and shift this way. If I can, I'll even put both hands together to get the finish here.